I always knew there was something different inside, and I was always very depressed internally for the longest time. So that's one of the things that I do share with others, is that I didn't know who I was confused, I knew I didn't like women, but it didn't seem normal or natural or whatnot to like men. I was really raised in a pretty conservative area in Orange County where it's pretty much considered to be a sickness or something that's wrong with you. So I just never knew, and I suppressed it and I suppressed it and I suppressed it until I finally went through the process and got out into the world where things start to get better, where you no longer are worried about what your peers think or what your parents think, because now you're on your own and you're paying the bills and you can make your own decisions.
So I'm here to tell you it gets better. And it's going to get better right now, because I'm going to share with you my very special magic word that made it all better for me. And that word is bisexual, the B in GLBT. When I was a kid, I didn't know about this word. I knew my experience, and it didn't match up with anything I'd ever been told or read about. And certainly I didn't see anybody else who felt the same way I did. And so it just got better now because I shared that word with you, and you did not have to wait 19 years like I did and stumble across it. And when that word came into my life, so many things just made sense. I felt like I belonged, that I wasn't alone.
I grew up in a small town in Colorado. Didn't feel I had very many friends, or any at that time. I put up with a lot of name calling, a lot of bullying. Felt that it was never going to get better. But the one thing you have, and the one thing we all have, is hope. It does get better.
Hi there, my name is Ian, and I am fortunately an unsuccessful suicide attempt from when I was 18 years old and coming out. I certainly understand that sometimes a too small town or a too small Bible college fits like a skin that's not yours. But you know what? There is a beautiful, big world out there with potential for love, for happiness, for creativity. And not only does it get better, it gets amazing. It gets better.
This is for the kids who are out there now, and I want to talk to you like I would talk to myself at 10 or 12. And what I want to tell you is that you have to hold on, that life may be bleak, it may be dark, it may be airless, but you have to find that one person or that one place that's safe, that one person or place that is safe for you, and stick with it. And that place may change, that person may change every semester, every year, but find it and hold on. Hold on to each other. Because what I found is that all the things that made me strange and odd and weird, and all the things that I was ridiculed about and teased about and beaten down about, are all the things that make me special. Now I'm special, I'm unique, I'm strong.
As you become an adult, which you probably already know aside from this whole topic, you get more choices. You get more choices of who you are in the world, who you get to be with, what you do with your life. And when you have those choices and you get more of those, and the responsibilities that come with them, of course, you have the opportunity to be yourself. So don't give up now. I understand there's limits on you now. There were on me when I was a teenager, right? I felt like I needed to please teachers and please parents, and I certainly didn't have my own source of income. But that will come, and you will have choices.
I'm a 64-year-old transgender woman, and we're doing this to let all of you young folks who are LGBT know that it gets better. I had one of the most supportive lives that anybody could ever have, but I had my problems. But if you hang in there, you look for help, you look for support, we're out here. So just talk to us.
I just felt like I belonged somewhere, where I had always felt kind of on the outside, or I was kind of different. And nobody really knew to talk to me about anything, though, because I didn't know. And so that was the most painful part, is not having a word to identify yourself and feel like it's okay. And so I hope that helps all of you out there. Even if you're not a fabulous B, it's okay. There are GLBTs, and now we have even more magic words like Q and I. And, that happened because of the generations coming up, that we've been doing all this hard work for equality and diversity, and it keeps rolling, it keeps changing, it keeps getting better.
I'm 58 years old, and I've been a lesbian all my life. I won't say that I haven't had some tough times, because I have. There's been bullies in my life, there's been people that just didn't understand, or people that didn't care. But I found the strongest support in my life was my mother. She's known long before I ever knew. And I know, and I can tell you from the bottom of my heart, that it does get better. And you'll find the best people in the world that'll help you along the way. You just have to stay strong and know who you are, and know this for sure, that no one can make you feel bad unless you yourself choose to do so.
It's so important, whether or not you're actually being bullied or you simply don't understand who you are and you don't feel you fit in without anyone else even knowing, that once you get out into the real world and you're able to be yourself, you're able to pay for yourself and take care of yourself and do your own thing and then express yourself the way you want. I just can't even describe how fantastic it is, and it just only gets better. There is just no other way to describe it. There's just no other way to describe it. It's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, it gets better, but you have to be around for it to get better. You have to find the better in yourself as well, and find that person or place that sees the better in you.
Just remember this, you have to stick around and let your life unfold, because the future is written by us. It's not here yet, you get to decide.
Life will be so much better than you could ever imagine. You have to hold on to hope and have that life, and know that in the future, you will make a huge difference to at least one person, if not many people.
I'm here to tell you that it definitely gets better. I went through some rough times growing up and coming out, being gay, ups and downs, and just being alive and being gay is a blessing. So in the long run, you'll see it gets better.
It gets better because you're going to make it better. Whatever you're going through right now, whether it's pain or feeling isolated, you're going to take that and you're going to do something with it. Whether you talk to somebody and you help them, whether you turn it into a poem, whether you turn it into a painting, whether you turn it into a play or a movie, it's going to get better because you're going to do something with it and you're going to affect the world.
I just share with you that my personal growth, even at my company, has been amazing and always supported. And there are places like that for you, and I hope we see you soon.
From a perspective of faith, that God loves you, and that there are parts of the church community that still don't get it yet. But the wonderful news is that there are more Christians and more people of faith now that love LGBT people more than ever. We're seeing that around the world, and at the United Nations, even in the United Nations, people are beginning to see that they're seeing that the laws that make it illegal to be gay and lesbian, that these are very, very bad laws, and that I believe it's going to get better and that those laws are going to change.
I am 30 years old and grew up in Eastern Kentucky. Growing up in an area that isn't maybe so open-minded as some other areas in our world, I truly understand what it's like to feel like you just don't fit in. I was a cheerleader in 6th grade and 7th grade. I'll never forget one day riding back from a ball game, telling my dad that I had heard some kids snickering and calling me a faggot. It was at that point that my dad said, "Don't worry about those kids, they'll grow up one day." And now that I live in San Diego, California, it's really amazing to look back and to see the support that I had of my family growing up. Not everyone has that support. And I do have a lot of support from family and friends back home in Kentucky, and I feel so fortunate to have that support, but I do realize that sometimes not everyone has that opportunity given to them. So I say to you, it gets better. You find a circle of friends that are supportive, you're able to reach out, great organizations like the Trevor Project, and other support systems at work, We offer benefits for same-sex domestic partners here where I work, and it really is awesome to see the support of coworkers, family, community, and also the support of ourselves. It does get better. Life is a beautiful and very precious gift to us and to all of us. And so give your gift and support others, be open-minded, learn. There's always something to be learned from every situation. And it does get better.
It gets better.
It gets better.
Please hang in there. It gets better.
It gets better.
It gets better.
Hold on. Love yourself. Love someone else. And have the courage to stand together. And it'll get better for you too.
It gets better.
It gets better.
It does get better.